Hey, everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Today, I want to talk about family time and creating a really intentional fall. So, this is not like Pinterest perfect planning, but feel good in the moment planning. And if you're anything like me, what happens is I have all these great ideas of things I want to accomplish, things I want to do with the kids, things I want to do with my friends, things I want to do with Quad. And then if I don't plan for them ahead of time, life swallows up my calendar. And then it's gone in a blur, and I didn't really get those special moments that I was hoping for that my brain thought I wanted. That I really did want, but I didn't plan ahead and I didn't give them priority and I didn't sort of schedule them in and they didn't happen. So, fall is a time that really can go by in a blur because I feel like summer happens and maybe we're doing a lot of stuff as a family, and then fall happens, we're getting ready for school, we are in this new routine, and then all of a sudden it's like time to decorate for Christmas, right? Or start Christmas shopping. So, I want to talk about what it would look like if we didn't let fall just happen by accident, right? What if we put some intentionality into it? What if we just had a few mindful moments? Because if when I think of fall, I think of this like cozy season, and it's really about connection, and all of my fall visions are with friends and family and doing things. And so I want us to think about what fall means to us and how to make that happen in a purposeful way so it doesn't just slide by. And then next thing you know, it's like the hustle and bustle of the holiday season. So the first thing we need to do is you got to decide what fall means to you, right? So if you want to look on Pinterest and get inspired, that's fine. But it doesn't need to be Pinterest perfect. It just needs to be what is important to you. So I grew up in New Jersey for a lot of my growing up time, and we would go pumpkin picking every fall. And so we'd go to a real farm, and there were pumpkins on the vine, and it's just one of my favorite memories. And so I have been trying as hard as I can every couple of years to take the kids up there and do that. So that's one thing that fall really means to me. And they've got like the hot apple cider donuts, and they've got just, oh, it's so stereotypical fall in my reference material because that is what I know and what I grew up with, and I love it. So some people it's camping outside, maybe it's hiking, maybe it's baking something, um, maybe it's just the hot tea. I don't know, whatever it is for you. You need to ask yourself, like, if I close my eyes and think about fall, what does that mean to me? What do we want it to feel like? If it doesn't feel like anything, if it feels like really rushed and we don't like it, like, what do I want it to feel like? Do we want more adventure? So do we want to go do we want to go pumpkin picking? Do we want to hike more? Do we want to go camping? Do we want more creativity? Do we want to do pumpkin painting and pumpkin carving and pumpkin crafts or baking stuff? Or do we want more rest? Do we want more cozy nights under the blanket? Do we want outside fire and look, I'm in Louisiana. That doesn't happen until like January. But in theory, do we want it to be like cozy nights outside under a fire? What do we want fall to look like? And you don't need, this is not about jam packing our calendar. It's just about setting a compass. It's about setting your North Star, about setting your GPS. So I want you to write down like 3 words or think of 3 words that fall means to you or fall feels like to you. And then the only other thing I want you to do is to ask the other people in your family what fall means to them, right? So ask your kids, ask your spouse, ask your friends, like, hey, what does fall mean to you? Should we plan, like, if it's really about family and connection, and maybe your friends are like, yes, like I always think of you during the fall and doing stuff with you, then maybe we need to make time for them, right? So we want to ask the people that we care about, what does fall mean to them? And then we can make like a little family bucket list. Okay. So again, we are not going to like make this 47 board Pinterest thing. Okay. We're just going to grab a little piece of paper and we're going to set like a timer. This is not supposed to take long, like 5, 10, 15 minutes tops. And then maybe we can do this as a family. Just ask everyone to shout out, like, what do they want to do this fall? And then write it down. And then see where it takes you. And so I asked ChatGPT, what are some fall bucket list items for intentional family time? So I will read them to you to inspire you. So one would be to go apple picking, or if there's not an apple orchard near you, if you live where I lived in New Jersey, where we actually did, like, part of pumpkin picking was that you went to the apples, right there, and they had tons of different kinds. So maybe we just do a grocery store run and we do like an apple taste test, right? So something with apples. Maybe we do roasting s'mores over a backyard fire pit, right? Or even in the oven. Maybe we take a leaf walk. I don't know if any of you did this when you were a kid. I remember doing this. Again, when you grow up sort of in the Northeast, some of these things are a little more applicable because we had the changing of the leaves and leaves would fall down onto the ground. This is for those of you who don't have this experience. And then we would take wax paper and you would iron the wax onto the leaves, and then you would make a little book. So we would collect our leaves and make a little leaf book. It was really fun. Maybe we want some classic fall movies, like Hocus Pocus or something like that, right? Maybe we want to carve or paint pumpkins. Somebody told me you can use like a glow-in-the-dark paint pen on your pumpkins. How fun would that be, right? Jump in a leaf pile. Maybe we want to do that. Make a, maybe we just want our house to smell like fall, right? So we make a simmer pot or we get the right plug-in or whatever. Fall family photos. This is me. We have fall family photos every single year. Maybe we want to visit the library and check out fall-themed books. Go on a picnic. We can do that in our living room. We can do that on the on our driveway. I have been known to do that on my driveway with the kids. Maybe we want to do a backyard scavenger hunt. Maybe we want to do donations. It's the season of giving and being thankful. So maybe we want to donate things as a family. Go to the local coffee shop or go get donuts and rank our favorites. Take a family walk or a bike ride. Host a fall dinner. I have to tell you, so we used to do this. This was in medical school with my friends, and we would do a pumpkin party. And so this was before any of us had kids. It was so fun. We would make pumpkin-themed dishes. So we'd have fall-themed drinks, and we would decorate pumpkins. And it was just such a fun adult get together, just super fun. So maybe we have a fall dinner, okay, or some fall themed party of some sort with our girlfriends or our neighbors. Maybe we have like a warm drink tasting, right? Instead of like a wine tasting, maybe we do like different ciders or different cocos or whatever. Maybe we get a fall themed audiobook. Maybe we make handmade Thanksgiving cards for our friends. Go hiking, bake something, right? Schedule a tech-free evening, like a board game. Maybe we do board games. Visit a farmer's market, go on a hay ride or a spooky house walk. Maybe have a gratitude night. Okay, so that ChatGPT gave me those 25 items. So think about what you want to do, okay, and then just pick a few. Stick the list on the fridge. So maybe you do your top 10. Maybe you leave them all up there, whatever you want to do. But I want you to pick some that are the most important, and I want them to be put on your calendar. Okay? So we have to block the time out on our calendar, and that means on your phone calendar too, or wherever you write things down on your shared family calendar, we are going to block out time for these events. So it doesn't need to be all day. It can be all day, but even if it's just 90 minutes on a Sunday afternoon and we write like bucket list time or whatever it is, and we take that 90 minutes and we go and have our picnic outside, or we go to the store and we do our apple tasting, whatever it is, you can structure it or not structure it. So you can put just like bucket hour time or bucket list time, whatever, or you can put what you actually want to do. But it needs to be non-negotiable once it's in your calendar. and it needs to be intentional. So if you write bucket list hour or bucket list time or whatever, don't let that time come and be like, oh, well, there's these other things to do. Really keep that time sacred so that you can look back and be like, look at how many things we got done. And it'll be really fun for everyone. The other thing that will be helpful is when we are on these family events, that it is a tech-free event. So everyone needs to not be on screens. Okay. And maybe that's one of the bucket list items. Maybe that's one of the fall items. Like we have off hours on Saturday where everyone just has quiet time, no screens, whatever it is. And then we want to like really celebrate. So make sure you take pictures, and moms, make sure you're in those pictures. Not every memory has to be a whole event, but let's just be fully present when we are at an event. And if we want to take some pictures, then that's even better because we can remember them later. Instagram has been telling me I need to take a course on how to make family videos, like from all my pictures. So maybe you'd want to make a little fall video, like this is what my family did in the fall. But what I want you to do is decide what fall means to you. I want you to talk with your family, friends, whoever you want to have input on your bucket list. Y'all make a bucket list, write it down, look at the calendar, block out time, and then when that time comes, it is non-negotiable, and I want you to be fully present. So no screens. I think if you can get in the habit of doing this once a season, and I'm not the only one, I know I've heard this on another podcast, and somebody I think even sells like journals where you can like work this through even in a more complex way. But if you do this every season, I think that it can just really bring you into that mindfulness piece that is so important. Life moves fast. We got to slow down, right? Little Ferris Bueller for you. So it doesn't need to be perfect, but it does need to be planned. Otherwise, life is going to swallow up all of your time because that's what it does. And the easiest way to make it intentional and make it planned and make it important enough to not blow it off when it comes to your calendar is to decide ahead of time, just like anything that we plan. So get your key stakeholders, no matter their age, decide what you want fall to look like, and then schedule it on the calendar as a non-negotiable. Be fully present and have a wonderful fall with your family. Wonderful, wonderful family fall. I think this is a setup for success. So we don't want fall to happen on accident and just scoot us by. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, please share it with a friend. I would actually love y'all to tag me on Instagram and let me know like what your bucket list is. What do you want to do? Give other people some ideas too, because I loved a lot of these ideas. Especially, I don't think we are going to go pumpkin picking up in New Jersey this year, but because I didn't block it out and things got scheduled. But it is on my bucket list for next year. So maybe we'll do this grocery store apple picking. That sounds really fun. So that'll be on mine. Let me know what's on yours. Until next week. Bye.